Okay, y'all, so I have some very expected news to deliver today. I feel like if you have paid attention to the conversations around the Jon Snow spinoff on this channel, this news will not really be that surprising because of the things that we were saying about it. Either way, the series has officially been scrapped. Let's talk about what we know. It's an exclusive from Screen Rant. Let's get into it. So, of course, the link to this will be in my description if you want to check it out in full now. It says the Jon Snow spinoff of Game of Thrones is no longer in active development at HBO. Though the main series ended in 2019, the fantasy franchise is continuing on, of course, we know, with House of the Dragon and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It was first reported in 2022 that a Jon Snow spin-off series would act as a sequel to Game of Thrones following Kit Harington's character, and it was being developed at HBO. Now, during an exclusive interview with Screen Rant, Kit Harington confirmed that the Jon Snow spin-off series is no longer in development. The actor says the project was previously in the development stage, but currently it's not, and it's off the table because they couldn't find the right story to tell. And I'm just like, yeah, what did I say? What were we talking about this whole time? So we're gonna get into it. But though the spinoff is no longer in active development, Kit Harington hopes they can revisit the project sometime in the future. Read his full comments below. So here's what Kit Harington said. I hadn't really ever spoken about it because it was in development. I didn't want it leaked out that it was being developed, and I didn't want the thing to happen where people kind of start theorizing, getting either excited about it or hating the idea of it when it may never happen. Because in development, you look at every angle and you see whether it's worth it. And currently it's not. It's off the table because we all couldn't find the right story to tell that we were all excited about enough. So we decided to lay down tools with it for the time being. There may be a time in the future where we return to it, but at the moment, no, it's firmly on the shelf. Okay, so we're not crazy, right? Because on this channel, I was saying, like, y'all already know I'm a Daenerys stan. Just let's get into it, just in case you don't know, just in case you're new to the channel, new to these videos and stuff, new to my videos. I'm a Daenerys stan. I am a Targaryen loyalist, all right? I already have said that, there's a way that you can, show a character descending into madness that wouldn't have been like the disastrous ending the season 8 that we got. Like, if you wanted Daenerys to be mad, okay, whatever. But the way that it was done, I hated it. I hated so many things about the ending, the writing, the script, whatever. So given all of that, right? Given the fact that the only way that you're going to get me to see a Jon Snow sequel is if Daenerys is being resurrected, babes. Like if y'all, and she's coming back to murder his ass. No shade. Like if y'all are not showing me Daenerys rising up, you know what I mean? I don't know, something happened in Essos. They using some magic over there to raise her ass right on back up, just like Lady Stoneheart, whatever. I don't know, just like Lady Stoneheart. Like, if y'all wasn't bringing Daenerys back, then there's really no reason for me to sit down and watch Jon Snow. Okay, everybody use their thinking caps right now. Think about what story could you tell after that disastrous ending, after that horrible ass ending. What story could you tell with Jon Snow that really makes any sense? I mean, like, I don't know, y'all. Like, the last season, he was doing nothing but moping around saying, "You are my queen." That's it. Just nothing but moping around saying, "You are my queen." So it's like, y'all ruined so many characters. And Jon Snow was definitely one of them, in my opinion. That y'all really messed up, So y'all ruined them characters in season 8, and then y'all want to pick up from there. It's like, girl, no. It's already crazy enough that we're doing prequels, and we all know that it's about to just all lead to Daenerys burning everybody up. Like, it's crazy that we're doing prequels in the first place leading to that disastrous endings. But y'all trying to pick up after it? It would have to be a clean up crew. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? A clean up crew. Like, we scrubbing down that ugly ass ending and giving, but it's just like Jon Snow, out of all the characters, what is Jon Snow? Jon Snow gonna be back at the wall doing what? He should not have even gotten past the Unsullied and the Dothraki. You know what I mean? He shouldn't even got past Drogon ass. Oh my God. Don't get me started. I'm so pissed. And so when you got this character who already is just like was and ended on a weird foot, like he didn't even have his fucking fight with the Night King. Nothing, girl. Nothing. And then you want to pick up why? Like why? So I guess they came to like the network, whoever the people, the artists, creatives involved in this came to the same exact conclusion that we came to. It's just like, girl, we don't. What are you going to show us? What are you going to show us? I feel like even an Arya spinoff or something like that would have been cool. Like, because at least we get to see Arya exploring, you know, other areas of the planet that we really had not been exposed to before. But even then, you're not going to be on this planet and not be affected by the politics of everything that's going on. You know, Sansa in the north, apparently. We had Bran as king. Tyrion, the prisoner, chose his ass. Just, girl, don't get me started about this ugly ass ending, girl. Don't get me started about this ugly ass ending. So it's just like, you know, y'all trying to avoid the shitty parts of the, you know, ending that we got, but it's like, you can't avoid the shit when it's everywhere. You can't avoid the shitty parts when it's everywhere. And then you're going to try and build a show upon this shitty foundation without acknowledging that shit or scrubbing that shit clean. It's like, I don't know what else y'all want. It's like, what did y'all want us to say? What y'all want us to do, girl? Of course, there's no interesting story to tell. Of course there's none. Because he was starting to lose a whole bunch of interest once Dan and Dave took over, girl. Like, really took over. It was just their imagination. Oh my God. They will pay. I don't know what kind of court we have to come up with to you know, ask for justice, to get the justice that we so deserve as Game of Thrones fans. Like, what kind of court system do we have to set up to hold Dan and Dave accountable for the ways in which that they have completely stressed us out, completely traumatized us forever? You know what I mean? For the rest of my life. Like, what do we do? What court system, what justice system do we have to create? Because it's like, I feel like y'all wouldn't have such a difficult time trying to create this Jon Snow series if the ending to Game of Thrones wasn't so terrible. If it wasn't so terrible, you know? And maybe with this show, they were like, well, you know, we could possibly salvage it. We could go down and, you know, fix a few things, include some characters that people like, not all of them, because them people didn't agree to come back. Emilia Clarke said, girl, I can imagine Emilia Clarke be like, girl, I am done with that shit. Are you serious? I'm done with that shit. So it's like, I imagine that these people sat down and said, maybe we can salvage it. But I'm telling you right now, it's not given that. It's not given that. And especially not with Jon Snow. I feel like, you know, you could definitely pick up the story after Bran was crowned or whatever, but in order for us not to be re-traumatized by the bullshit, y'all just have to do something completely completely different in a completely different part of the planet, girl. Just like, let us forget that Bran is why did you think I came all this way? Well, I don't know, Bran. Like, we don't know, girl. We not the three-eyed raven, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? So, like, I think, you know, a show after Bran being crowned could work, but it would have to be done in a way that does not remind us of the hot garbage that we got for the ending. And I think that's a very, very, very tricky thing to do. And clearly it is, because they're saying, Kit Harington is saying that they could not find the right story to tell that everybody was excited about. So, and I figured this would be the main issue that they would face. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. I think, like, I'm not surprised. I think it's like attention grabbing, this headline, right? But I don't think, like, when I sit down and think about it, I'm not really that surprised or shocked about the shit, because I was thinking about the same exact thing. I know I'm not the only one. So let me know what you think about it. Love y'all so much, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Make sure that you're going to www.zeraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, the sequel, is following up the first book that is already released, called Zeraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing fantasy and stuff. So just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Xeraxia Wrath of the God King while you wait for Xeraxia The Vengeance of Cold Wind, right? And go to Xeraxia.com, sign up, join the waitlist, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.